to as good. Now this, A Wellness Revolution. Now this is a brilliant book. He wrote it. It's smart. It talks about the $1 trillion. The basic reason that I put this up there is that there is a wellness revolution. People are starting to see their parents and grandparents taking multiple pharmaceutical products, and they're not healthier. And then they're starting to look for alternatives. We had a 6-year-old girl come in here about 3 weeks ago with severe asthma and pneumonia, multiple trips of pneumonia every time she got sick. She was referred in by somebody they met in the parking lot. Do you think that the desire... So they brought this little girl to a chiropractor that they've never been to with pneumonia? Okay, is the need out there? I mean, that's like, if you didn't know about chiropractic care, that's like taking them to a witch doctor. Okay, and this little girl noticed an instant result the next day on a spirometer to find out that her lung level was almost near normal, and it's never been that normal for her 6 years of life. She had a cold a couple of days ago. It's the first cold her mom didn't give her any drugs. Brought her in, got adjusted. The kid developed a fever, coughed it up, and she's fine. She's never had a reaction to a cold like that before. So obviously the revolution has to be starting. What this is, as much as we focus on the financial and lifestyle benefits of the business, the real benefit is what you can do to change a life and the lives of people who are touched by that life. Open your mind, open your heart, let the light shine in it, embrace the challenge and change the world. Oh my gosh. So wait a second. If our thoughts can change our health, and your thoughts can actually change the environment around here, and our thoughts can actually affect the world, is there a bigger possibility than us just here? Yeah, huge. Okay, now this is conscious evolutionary change. You can actually change the world. Now, we've done experiments that show that we can affect water crystal formation 10,000 miles away. We know that groups of people can pray in a town and change the crime rate in that town. There have been hundreds and hundreds of studies on that. Now, these are people that are praying independently, but crime rates change, on average between 25 and 30%. So the old pillars of biology, random evolution, survival of the fittest, DNA, we know that's not true. Which is kind of cool. It means we're almost elevating our species to a more spiritual level. I like that. Okay, economic meltdown, environmental crisis, endless warfare, world's in critical condition. Hey, what about the super ridiculous hype about the swine flu and pandemic? Bird flu is going to kill everybody. Oh no, that was last year. Okay, there should be criminal allegations put on people that generate panic because it doesn't do anybody any good. It's not allowing you to protect yourself, and it's not allowing you to respond, and it's not generating health. We've all heard stories of people experiencing remarkable, miraculous recoveries from illness, and the same thing can happen to our world. Each of us can become a planetary stem cell. Now, stem cells can change into anything. If you get a human stem cell when you're an embryo, that cell could be a liver cell, a kidney cell, a brain cell, a nerve cell, and anything. So you can actually be a planetary stem cell supporting health and the growth of our world and every individual in it. And this is according to Bruce Lipton. I mean, brilliant. So our thoughts go beyond that. Now this, affirmations. So first off, a positive thought, they say, is 10 times more powerful than a negative. So one of the neatest things about changing your perception is you don't have to believe it. Okay, it's not necessary. So you could say, oh man, same S, different day, you know, the economy, this, whatever, that. Okay, you don't have to say, you know, hi, I'm enjoying wealth and abundance when you're living out of a box. You know, you don't have to believe it. But saying it changes. It changes, it starts to form those new dendrites, and that starts to form a new neuronal connection, and your brain starts to function in that aspect. Okay? So now this, affirmations. You got to use them in the present tense. Now I've got this down here because if you start by changing your thought processes, you change cell physiology. And this, I already wrote this down here, but it's got to be in the present tense. So this is something you could write down daily, or write down a group of them and say them daily, but this is a way to start the day in a positive mental aspect. Does that change cell physiology? Yes. If you have cancer, this is one of the ways to reverse cancer production and to increase immune system production. First off, it's got to be positive. And you don't say, gee, I really wish I had less bills. No. Less and bills are both negative. Gee, I love having abundance. Okay. You don't say, I sure wish I wasn't sick. No. I'm enjoying abundant health. So it's got to be in the positive, and it's got to be in the moment, okay, in the presence, not something you want. And then write them down, you have to, personalize them, but the more important is the feeling behind it. Okay, like if you're wanting to enjoy a new car, okay, and you say, I love driving my new car, close your eyes a second and feel what that's like. Smell the leather of that Porsche, okay? Feel that tight steering wheel. But if you're looking for health, what does it feel like to run up a group of stairs? At the top of the stairs, you feel energized and not weakened. What does it feel like to go from squatting to standing without your knees hurting? How does that feel to be energized and renewed when you're talking about health? Okay, does that make sense? Because you're going to develop those neuronal connections in your brain if you're having, let's say, broken knees or hurt knees or arthritic knees. You develop that thought process of thinking about healthy, flexible, beautiful joints. You do the therapies to strengthen the joints, and then you develop those neuronal connections. Do you think that's going to start to rebuild joints? Yes or yes? It has to. This is the new science. It's not taking a blood pressure medication to poison your kidneys, when a placebo effect will also lower the blood pressure. And time. You have to have time set aside every day. Now here's a couple of things too, and this is EFT and EMDR. It's emotional freedom technique. There's a couple of good points on here that you're going to check. But again, all of this it's writing down affirmations and stimulating certain parts of your body, okay, that go in and lock in those connections. Because right now, if I go in and Minnie, can I borrow your arm? Okay. Okay, close your eyes. Okay, now, am I touching? Close your eyes. Am I touching you?
Yes.
Okay, what I'm doing right now is I'm stimulating the Pacinian corpuscles, which are pressure sensors in her hand. You might be thinking, her eyes are closed, how does she know I'm touching her? Well, the pressure sensors, I'm touching her, it's sending a signal up here into the brain, into the thalamus, okay, which is the center portion of the brain. Thank you, you did a good job. Okay.